Welcome to episode 2 of the Special Fed Talk series around the footy of some of the European Championships. Now, when we look at convenience retail, beer and cider always plays a crucial and critical part, but especially during the summer of sport when we've got the footy and the Olympics, it skyrockets. So we're going to look today at how retailers can increase their sales in that space, and who better to join us than Heineken. We've got Paul Gordon, Customer Director for Convenience, and then also Neil Godhania, one of our premier retailers located down in Peterborough. So let's get into the conversation. So Neil and Paul, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you, Nath?
Yeah, I'm amazing. How about you, Paul?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Enjoyed a little bit of sunshine and looking forward to the day and the week ahead. Thank you.
Absolutely. So Paul, today we're looking at the European Championships this summer, a massive event. What's the opportunity for convenience retailers like Neil?
It's a really fantastic opportunity. Beer and cider in independence convenience worth just under £2 billion. And we know in key sport and events like the Euros, you can see an uplift of sales of up to 18%. So if you're stocking the right range and the right format, you can really see a good increase in sales through that tournament.
Absolutely. When we look at beer and cider, we're seeing so many more trends, more than historically. What are the key trends that we should be looking out for this summer?
Yeah, there's probably sort of 4 overriding trends that we're seeing at the moment. The first one is one that we talk about a lot, around premiumisation, consumers and increasing their taste profiles, wanting more challenge and wanting to drink more world lagers. There's also a little bit of nostalgia out there. You've got core classic brands like Foster's that are a huge part of sales. And during football tournaments, people will revert back to what they know and what they like and stay in that category as well. So that can increase significantly. And then you've got categories like cider, where people like to trade into and trade up into. And during summer, if you get some nice warm weather, you'll see even more of a trade through there and some great innovation coming through in cider as well. And then finally, low and no is a category that's really developed over the years. And with the Euros, quite a few of the fixtures are midweek as well. So giving people that alternative choice to potentially reduce and moderate their alcohol intake and continue watching the football and enjoy the taste of a great beer or cider at the same time. So yeah, some fantastic trends happening.
Completely agree. So if we go to Neil, what are your plans for the Euros in your stores this summer?
I think, like Paul mentioned, with what's available and the uplift and the amount of buying that we'll receive or people will be buying, I think we'll create almost like a festival type of atmosphere within the stores, decorations, flags, that type of thing. Really get the buzz going, especially with some of the stores where the demographic is. We've got football's almost a religion, not a sport. So we could definitely something we can definitely own in on. Barbecues, street parties, all these things factor, social engagement, even competitions, something like a keep you uppy competition, anything in store, sort of, that interaction, activation, it'd be massive for us. Absolutely massive, yeah.
Fantastic. And then if we look at your store in total, Neil, in summertime, how important is the beer and cider category?
Oh, it's massive, absolutely massive. We sell a lot as it is, but to have that, like Paul said, that extra 18 to 20% uplift, it's massive for us. It's just a popular choice with our customers. And I mean, let's think about when we go to a game or if we're out there, what's the first drink you go for? It's a beer or cider, isn't it? So to have that and be able to take it home and enjoy it with your friends and family and it's a massive category for us.
You're absolutely right. And what are the best selling products of the beer and ciders in the summer in your store?
Oh, good question. I think of recent, it's probably Cruz Campo. He's up there now. Particular favourite of mine. So definitely champion that. Obviously, it's available in the pint and the smaller can and take home, etc. So that's been big. Heineken. It speaks for itself. Where else are we? Moretti, Foster's, like Paul mentioned, Foster's now people are reverting back. Not only that, but they've just released a shandy, which I think's a pretty good product, especially in midweek if you want maybe a lower alcohol and add something a bit more sweeter. But that's probably the beer wise our top 4. Then if we went to cider, Strongbow's a given. The new zesty flavour, unbelievable. Had some really good feedback that from customers. I believe there might be another one in the pipeline, but who knows? Old Malt, I think I say it right. Is it Old Malt or Moot?
It's Moot, yeah. Well, it's fruit.
Okay, right. Okay, Old Moot. And then probably Inches. I think having it in the 660 ml NRB has definitely changed our sort of customer. The feedback's it's a bit crispier, so yeah, good. Some good products there.
Amazing. And then if we go back to you, Paul, Heineken are the experts. So what would Heineken advise for retailers? How can they increase their sales during the footy this summer?
To be fair, Neil sounds like the expert. Neil's come up with some brilliant answers in his previous answer. So, and it's doing a lot of that. We sort of the latter part of Neil's second question there. The breadth and the range on the formats need to be absolutely spot on for all the shoppers and consumers coming in. But it all comes down to it. Great display, demonstrating you've got the availability, that there's a big event coming up that people and shoppers should be getting ready for. I think really getting into that, disrupt it in store as much as possible, whether that's on shelf, through floor displays. But I agree with Neil's other point around social media. It's a massive part for everyone to use and get on the social media, sharing with your local followers what's happening, what offers you've got going on, and give them reasons to come into store and buy beer and cider. So, I'd definitely move back to Neil's answer, which was superb at the start.
Absolutely. And what are Heineken doing anything directly with retailers to support?
Yeah, so we have our Star Retailer scheme, which is basically a hub and a support scheme. It's a well-known, industry-acknowledged loyalty scheme where people get rewards for stocking certain brands, but also following a real category-led planogram. But also what's on there is just loads and loads of insight, information, digital assets, and access to point of sale as well to just support all the key events throughout the year and help retailers maximise sales all the time.
Fantastic. Neil, I think you mentioned last time we caught up, you're on Star Retailer, aren't you? So how does that work for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I spoke to a lady called Ali Lord who works for Heineken sort of start of last year, sorry. I didn't know about the Star Retailer program. She spoke to me about it. And it's been brilliant. I mean, look, we've had incentives across the year, glassware incentives and sort of that sort of thing. But I think, the Star Retailer program's phenomenal in terms of what you can achieve from it. I mean, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's up to £300 worth of vouchers over a course of a year. If you are on a gold, if you're operating from a gold standard, I think there's 3 criteria: bronze, silver and gold. You have your core range, and I think it's potentially an additional 12 SKUs which you have to keep to get the gold. Your field sales rep comes in 6 to 8 weeks, gives you a grading depending on what's available and what you have in your fridges. And then I think a couple of days later you receive some vouchers which you can spend on your Heineken products at your wholesaler. So yeah, for me it's been brilliant, allowing me to sort of give my staff that knowledge as well, the insights and everything that comes with it. It's changed, our planogram. It's allowed me to sort of really look at what we're selling and what we're not selling, and being able to sort of have an amazing range really, and to get rewarded for it. Why wouldn't you be on it?
Absolutely. Seems like a bit of a no-brainer. Well, that's fantastic insight. That brings it to an end today. I'll ask you both before we finish off there. Neil and Paul, who are you backing to win the Euros? So what's your predictions?
England, Bellingham, man of the tournament.
Fingers crossed for that. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks everyone for watching. And, yeah, all the best.
Thanks, Nathan. Cheers, Paul.
Thanks, Nathan. Cheers.